Okay, strap yourselves in for this format breaking journey we're about to go on here. We have a problem on a slab wall that has a bit of a sort of, I don't know if I'd call it like a flowy start, but definitely involves some dynamic movement and building a bit of momentum to catch my right foot on this small volume. Took me plenty of attempts, so many that I found it was easier to edit this video in order of how long every attempt was in duration. So we're looking at 6 weeks of attempts, and each one is a different take. I had a lot of trouble just sort of landing that first move, and then even then when I did land it, just having enough traction on my right foot on that little volume was a bit of a challenge in itself. And then from there, just kind of finding a position that I could keep myself leaning into the wall and sort of reaching my right hand to just get to the edge of that crimp that I'm grabbing onto in these attempts. And from there, even finding a way to move on took quite a while. So most successful option for me tended to be matching my feet, and then if I hadn't pulled myself out of the wall or away from the wall and just sort of ever so slowly come off, then from there my next best option would be to kind of get my right foot placed as soon as I could, often kind of just quickly moving it up and tapping the wall, and then trying to hold that position and reach up with my left hand. So real struggle, and took a lot of attempts to get anywhere with it. So here we go. We've got a few attempts here where I've got my long pants on, and they've been rolled up to varied lengths, which we'll see why later down the track. And okay, yep, a lot of adjusting my shirt as well across many different shirts that I was wearing during the attempts. And it's really just in kind of editing this, interesting to see how well the attempts sort of synchronize with each other. It was a very repetitive motion. I found that right volume that I've got my right foot placed on, the foot or the shoe that I was wearing, it's a Scarpa Helix, so a bit of an old school lace up style, very firm sole. So it was kind of harder to get traction on it. I'd brushed down that volume a lot between attempts, and at the same time though, that firm sole came in handy if I was able to get further up past this point and then have to place a foot on these rectangular crimps that don't have massive edges on them. If I had a softer soled shoe, it'd be pretty uncomfortable. So here we go again, just trying to get that match of the feet. We've got it there, and here, no. So yeah, just very easy to slip off, I found. Okay. What have we got? Again, trying to make that match. Getting that right foot up, and yeah, there we go. Just slipping off that volume again with the left foot placed there. So it was really just a matter of finding those sweet spots where I could lean back, hold my weight, and sort of steady myself to make the next move. Okay, here we go. Looking good. There we go. Okay. Oof, not quite. All right. And yeah, the sort of rectangular crimps as well here, they're sort of seem to have just one better edge to them. So that took some time to work out as I managed to progress to this sort of midsection of the boulder here. And alright, I found that I kept having to steady myself with my right hand on this next one to kind of set up. And okay, here we go. Not quite. That little foothold there would have to brush that one down a fair bit as well. If I couldn't get traction on that, it was pretty much game over. So really, when I'm getting into this section, it's just a matter of kind of moving through it quickly as well. I found that the longer I spent in this position trying to steady myself and prepare, I would just sort of burn out. I'm not that strong with crimps, and then having to pull my body up on a crimp is a big ask for me. So really, best case scenario for me would be to know exactly what motion I want to have and then do it quickly as I move up the wall. And so this attempt on the left here where I've got the tie-dyed shirt on, I think my pants kind of were a bit tight and pulled me back. So just the time that I spent adjusting them pulled me off. And oh, and this middle one looks like I am about to do it. There it is. There's a match.